Today, instant pickup swapping comes to the masses. Yes, welcome back to the channel, you guys. I hope you're having a great day today. In the studio, we've got the brand new guitar from Relish. This is their Trinity series, features, the quick pickup changing system. We're going to check out this guitar in great detail and see what it's all about. Now, previously on the channel, I featured the Relish Mary 1, a very high-tech and high-end guitar from Relish. Comes with this, aluminum subframe designed to facilitate these quick pickup changes. And that makes this guitar, one of the most versatile instruments on the planet. Very, very cool, but it's made in Switzerland, it's high-tech, high engineered guitar, very, very expensive. Well, enter the Trinity. Now, of course, as I mentioned, the whole point of the Trinity is to lower the price point on a guitar like this to make it available to more people and, of course, working musicians, while at the same time keeping the quick pickup swap ability. And I've got to say, having the Swiss guitar and this guitar, it works just as well. It's just as elegant and, just as addictive to suck a pickup in and, have the magnets grab it. Very, very cool, and it works extremely well. All right, so I've got 4 different sets of pickups I'm going to demo for you guys. It should be a lot of fun, but first things first, let's check out this guitar as just a guitar. Putting aside, the quick pickup swap ability, let's just check out what kind of instrument this is. All right, so let's hit up some of the highlights. Number 1, this guitar has stainless steel frets, an option I'd love to see on every guitar, so I'm absolutely thrilled to see it on the Trinity. That means you'll play this guitar for a lifetime and not worry about wearing down the frets. Number 2, they redesigned the lower scoop here, which means getting up to the 24th fret is much, much easier. So very appreciated, love that. It's a light basswood body in this kind of sparkle or metallic kind of red paint job. Very clean lines on this guitar. Very unique look. It's not going to look like anything else in your collection, that's for sure. The neck is beautiful satin, so sliding back and forth, very easy. It's quarter sawn Canadian maple, which means it's going to be very stable. The tilt back is via a scarf joint, as you guys can see here. Very stable, proven design, no problems there. 10-inch radius on the fingerboard, kind of a compromise between Fender and Gibson. It really is my preferred, radius, so I love playing on this guitar. It's very easy to play, as you'll see in a second. Hardware, very good. This bridge looks, very solid. Love the look of it. Yeah, those are kind of the main highlights of this guitar. We'll look in greater detail after I do the tones in terms of overall construction. If you want all the specs, of course, it'll be linked in the video description below. All right, you guys, let's check out some tones. Now, the Trinity comes with a set of humbuckers and a set of P90s. That's pretty cool. You've already got 2 guitars in one, but here are kind of like the full pickup options, as of this video. Now, the top left is the hot ceramic. This is like the highest output kind of offering. Then we've got below it is the single coils. Then the top right is the classic PAFs. And below that, with the center pole pieces, is the P90. So those are the pickups we're going to be checking out today. Let's take a listen. All right, so now let's throw the Trinity into a mix. I'm gonna play over a backing track and just do a really raw, improvised solo. No cuts, no edits. I'm gonna play straight through without stopping and just change pickup sets as I go. No tweaking amp settings or anything like that. So the only difference you'll hear are the pickup sets. Let's take a listen. All right, so now let's look at the finer details and the overall construction. This is very important because Relish is a very high-end Swiss brand, and obviously the Trinity was designed by Relish, but is made in Indonesia, so we want to know what the quality control is like. Now starting off on the headstock, you get the classic Relish headstock shape. Looks very nice, it says Trinity by Relish, and you get the Relish logo. So still has a very nice high-end and premium look, looks really great. Now taking a closer look at the nut, we've got a graphite nut. I've got to say, cut very, very nice. The shoulders match the width of the neck perfectly, which is, typically found on high-end guitars where, detail is very important. And I've got to say, for a newer instrument, sometimes there's, a break-in period as the strings and the nut kind of wear in together. This one's held tune and, been perfect right from the beginning. So I've got to say, props to Relish. All right, so let's take a closer look at these stainless steel frets. So I've got to say, they look really, really good. Nice and contoured, nice and polished, no tooling marks at all as you slide your hand up and down the neck. There's no sharpness. Everything is beautifully polished and contoured. Now looking at the body, I've got to say the cutouts for the removable pickups are very precise. It's one thing to get that on a pickguard, but to route out, a body and finish it in such a way that is, beautiful and functional, I've got to say they did a great job. So everything looks very clean and very tight, very precise. So that's great news. Now looking at the neck joint itself, we've got 3 recessed screws holding the neck on, and we've got sort of this cool upper horn to the neck joint to the lower horn line. It looks really, really nice, and the neck joint itself very precise. So the cutaways and how it's bolted on, everything looks really nice in terms of fit and finish. So there's no areas of concern in terms of fit and finish. All the construction, all the tolerances look really, really nice. So here are my final thoughts on the Relish Trinity. Well, number one, if you just disregard the whole ability to swap pickups, it's just an awesome guitar. It's lightweight, it's well balanced, it's got stainless steel fret, the hardware's great, it feels great to play, so it's just a really nice guitar. Now number two, once you add the ability to swap pickups, the tonal possibilities are endless. So cool, so elegant, it just works well. And if you've got a favorite set of pickups, these are the ricochets from Porter's, really bright and kind of jazz mastery, kind of chimey sounds. I got these mounted for the guitar. You can send any of your favorite pickups into Sweetwater. They will put them in the mounts and you can use them in your guitar. So in the end, this guitar is more than just a fun guitar to show off to your friends. Now, don't get me wrong, showing off this guitar is always a lot of fun, but it's an actual useful tool. Now, this guitar costs, I think, a couple $100 more than, an American Strat, and you get 2 sets of pickups, and it's quite a bit less than a Gibson. And as I mentioned, and as I showed you guys, the tonal possibilities are endless. Now, the advantage of this is you show up to a gig or you show up to a recording session with one guitar and a couple sets of pickups, and you're ready to go. And the guitar feels the same. You're comfortable with it. There's a reason why all our guitar heroes kind of, stayed on one guitar, because when you're playing, you want to play your best. Now, it's fun for me to pick up an Ibanez and then pick up a Strat and then pick up a Gretsch and then pick up a Les Paul or whatever. But each time the guitar weighs different, it's balanced different. One might have a satin neck, one might be painted, fret sizes, neck profiles, everything about those guitars is totally different, and it takes you a little bit, to get into the groove of playing it. The advantage here is you can sound like a ton of guitars while still having, the comfort of playing on one instrument. Now, one final thing I want to say is I've partnered up with Relish to give one of these guitars away, either in red or blue or black, winner's choice, but we're going to make you work for it a little bit. Should be a lot of fun. So stay tuned to my next video. We'll give you all the details then. Stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. All my details are in the video description below, including the gear I use, links to the guitar, all that kind of stuff. Feel free to check it out there. Have yourself a great day.